Hi there. Can you see this? See how it says you will be able to start your live broadcast in a few moments? And I can't. I can't. Thank you, Be Live TV. Come on with me. I got to do this. I promised my people I would be there. So frustrating. I don't really want to do this all on the phone again. It's just not as good. Okay, I tell you what. We're going to do this on the phone. Even though it's not as good, I'm going to find something to prop this on so we can at least get it up higher. There we go. There we go. Now then. Hi. Good morning. Can you hear me? That's the big question. Let me see if you can hear me or not. That's the question. Can you hear me? I just really wanted to do this the way I wanted to do it. Okay, let's see here. Here I am live. Okay. Can you hear me? Hello? You can hear me. Okay, you can hear me. Excellent. Well, mute that. Now I can see your comments. I just can't believe it. I found the perfect thing to use to do my broadcast. And here I am stuck using the phone again. You can hear me. Okay, we're going to mute that. That's good. Okay, and Be Live still doesn't want me to use their product. So, fine. All right, folks, here we are. I mean, it's live video. What are you going to do? You got technical difficulties. If I turn on this fan, will it bother you too much? Let's see what we got. Okay, and Be Live still doesn't want me to use their product. So, fine. All right, folks, here we are. I mean, it's live video. What are you going to do? You got technical difficulties. If I turn on this fan, will it bother you too much? No. It doesn't. The fan doesn't bother you. Yay! Because I am a woman of a certain age, and sometimes I need a fan. Welcome to the Mojo Show. My gosh, I had so much cool stuff set up, and now we've got to go on the phone again. I'm sorry, and it's backwards. The Mojo Show. Welcome to the Mojo Show. It's gonna be so good. You know what? I will not be thwarted. This is the kind of thing that sets people back, and then they take it for, you know, like a sign from God that they're not supposed to be doing this, and I'm just not gonna put up with it. I'm just not. So we are forging ahead, and the show must go on. All right, the Mojo Show must go on. So I'm excited. Of course, it's the Mojo Show. It's my Mojo Show. I'm Susan K. Morrow, your friendly neighborhood Mojo medium. So I'm very excited. You can find me on my website at mojomedium.com. Make that mojomedium.com. You know, I really should just draw on the backs of these because it looks like we're going to get stuck with this from now on. Oh, God, send me a technical genius. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna check with Be Live again. Okay, Be Live TV, you're on notice because you told me that I could broadcast live, and then you wouldn't let me do it. All right? So, you're on my list. You just made the list. Be Live TV. Okay, I've got a lot of cool stuff today. Lots of cool stuff. I'm going to move my cue cards over so that I can keep looking at you, my love. And, hi, Allie. Okay, there you go. See, this is what happens. This is what happens. Dadgummit. I'm going to hurt somebody, seriously. Hold on. Give me just a moment. I can fix it better. Oh, that's good.
That's good. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? I'm sorry for all the technical issues, but we're going to get it taken care of.
This is what happens. Got it.
This is me. That's me.
Hurt somebody, seriously.
I'm going to hurt somebody. That's kind of funny.
Fix it. Let up. Oh, that's good. Can you still hear me?
Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me?
I'm sorry for all the technical issues, but we're going to get it taken care of. This is me. That's me.
Okay. You can hear me well enough. I'll talk a little louder, and you turn it up. Hi, Allie. Welcome. Welcome, everybody, to the Mojo Show. So glad to have you here, whether you're watching this live or later on the recorded version. And maybe I can cut out those first few minutes where I was just doing all this technical garbage because BeLive TV just made the list. They're on notice. They're in trouble because they wouldn't let me broadcast live on their platform. Pooey. All right. I may be singing a different tune next time. Anyway, so once again, welcome to the Mojo Show. I know it's backwards, so I'm showing you the back of it. The Mojo Show. You can find me on the web at mojomedium.com. And if you mess it up and put in the Mojo Medium, you'll still get me. All right. Like I said, lots and lots and lots to do today. I've been watching some other Facebook Live things, you know, Facebook Live videos and stuff from various people doing various things, and you know, picking out what I like about what they're doing and what I want to do, figuring out what I want to do for you, by the way. And one thing I know is always popular is when I do angel card readings. So I'm definitely going to do that today. By the way, if you are not already on my newsletters, on my mailing list for my newsletters, you should definitely sign up. You can do that here on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Susan K. You can sign up for the newsletters up under the header where it says sign up. Or you can go to mojomedium.com and you can sign up there. In the top it says sign up, free ebook. So sign up for the newsletters, and that way you'll always know when I'm going to be doing a broadcast and so forth. Also, in each of the newsletters, this is why I even mentioned it, I always do at least one free angel card reading every single time. And so, excuse me, so when you get the newsletter, not only am I giving you psychic news you can use, but also you get the free angel card reading to guide your day, your week, your right now, right? Cool beans. Okay, today, right now, I want to go ahead and just kick off the Mojo Show with a card reading, okay? This is my Tomorrow deck, and I'm holding it up, but I've changed the design so it's a little bit different now, but this is my original deck that I use, and, you know, it's got all my mojo with it. Anyway, so this deck is called the Tomorrow Angel Cards, Tomorrow Oracle Cards, and you can get them on my website. As it turns out, you can look at mojomedium.com, check under shop, and you'll find that. Anyway, what's cool about these angel cards is you can draw one or you can draw three or whatever, and they come with instructions, and you can, you know, do angel card readings for yourself or oracle card readings. Now, I will recommend also any cards by Doreen Virtue. She's my favorite in the oracle card world, yes, even instead of me. Her cards look like this. This is a box. They come with a little book of instructions, and here's the cards. This is her Magical Mermaids and Dolphin cards, which I love. That's my favorite deck. What I think you ought to do is use the cards that resonate with you, really. And the cards that I have made, the Tomorrow Oracle cards, and also my Good News Only Angel cards, my Good News Only Fortune Telling cards. Yeah, I'll do those next time. We're going to do another angel card drawing later in the broadcast. Okay, anyway, you know, I had a great meditation this morning. Everything's totally terrific, and yet I feel very, you know, kind of frazzled because of the technical problems. So seriously, I mean, I did a trial run on BeLive.tv. I don't know why they won't let me go. Breathe. Okay, BeLive. We'll deal with you later. All right, here's your angel card for today. Now it's going to be backwards, so I'm going to show it to you and read it to you. It is question and ponder. Question and ponder. Now, in this deck of cards, this is always giving you some instruction, and it can be foretelling something, or it can even be talking about something that's happened in the past. And so it's up to you to connect with Spirit and interpret that, or in this case, it's up to me to interpret it for you. So, question and ponder is about questioning and pondering. This is so perfect. Okay, question and ponder where you are right now, and just how far are you from where you want to be, because this episode of the Mojo Show is actually about exactly that. And I didn't, of course I didn't plan the card that I drew, but as soon as I drew it, and then I reached out to say, okay, so what does this mean for these people, these lovely, nice people? Hi, Sonia, welcome. I think, oh, okay, so, I get a feeling, and it's like, you have set this whole show up to be about the big, massive breakthrough. So it's to question and ponder for you about where you are and what you want to do. If you want to make changes, you can make changes. I have just been having my own personal spring, and that's not to be confused with my own personal summer, like the woman of a certain age that I am. As you know, I have to have my fan on, right? And hi, Christy. Hi. So good to see you. Y'all remember, I love those thumbs up likes and the heart loves and the wow faces. Whatever you want to do, put those on there. I really appreciate it. Also, if you're watching this after the fact, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to share this. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. And remember to comment below. So like y'all are doing right now. Hi, Christy. Hi again. Welcome. I think you've moved recently, but not back home to Texas. Whoa, look at all those hearts and likes. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Yeah, well, I hope you're enjoying your new home. I may be having a move before long myself. I'm pulling up the book on my Kindle Fire. And y'all know, you've heard me talk about this now for several weeks. There's a book that I'm reading. It is by Michelle P.W. And here we go again. It's backwards because I was expecting to broadcast on BeLive TV. Okay, so Love-Based Money and Mindset by Michelle P.W. You can definitely, come on, book. Come on, Kindle Fire. Okay, let's see here. Love-Based Money and Mindset by Michelle P.W. She has become my hero right now, and I'm going to tell you more about that and why she's my hero. Okay. I got a Kindle Fire for Christmas. It's now March, and I still am not using it very well. Go to the cover. Okay, good. I just wanted to show you the cover. That's all. Love-Based Money and Mindset. And again, I'm sorry it's backwards. I wish I could do something different one of these days, right? Okay. Before we go any further with that, give me just a moment. Would you do me a favor and comment below about, oh, sorry you're packing, Christy. I get that. Hate packing. My idea of hell is having to pack and move over and over and over again. And I do have nightmares about it, actually. Okay, before we go any further with this, I got distracted. Okay, we're talking about the breakthrough. I've had a big breakthrough. I'm having a personal renaissance, a personal spring. And a lot of it has to do with Michelle's book. And so I'm really excited about it. You can definitely look up her book on Amazon, on Kindle. You can get a paperback copy. I'm about to get a paperback copy so that I can write all over it. But she offers you her blueprint. 15 pages. You print it out. You get to write on it. You journal with it. All of that. So that's what I'm doing. So we're going to talk about my big breakthrough. I had a massive personal breakthrough on Friday. We're going to talk about that in a minute. First of all, I want to tell you about my book signing. Yes, I still do book signings, and in last week's show I had my books ready to show you, and I didn't get them out this time. I was too mad at BeLive TV. BeLive.tv, you ruined me today. Okay, so I have a book signing coming up. If you are in the League City area or the Clear Lake area or anywhere in Houston or Beaumont or New York, and you want to come down here and say hello, and maybe hug my neck, check out my books, that would be great. I'm going to be at the Kroger on El Dorado in Clear Lake on Friday and Saturday afternoons. So I will be selling my books, Channel 1, 137 Messages from the Universe, which is exactly what it says. But it's a great book for bibliomancy, where you take the book and you state your question and your problem, and hold it on your heart, and then you open it up and go, oh, there's the answer. So it's full of short messages that are meant to guide you. So it's a cool book. I also have my book, Dead On, Spirited Stories from a Medium's Diary. And that book is exactly what it says, too. It's Spirited Stories from my diary. It's talking about all the clients that I've read for and the people that I've talked to who are in heaven. So that's pretty cool. And then I have my little meditation guide. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the meditation guide. And last show, this is the one that I didn't have a copy of to show you because I was out of them, and I've ordered them and they'll be here today, and we don't have them, and Be Live TV broke my heart. Okay, so the meditation guide is, again, exactly what it says. It's the super easy meditation guide for people who can't meditate. And it's really a very simple method of concentrating on the chakras, and I give you a little lesson about that, tell you how to do it. Now, I have recently started a meditation practice every single day, and what I do is different from what's in the meditation guide. So as a meditation expert, it's easy for me to craft my own meditation. So I'm going to tell you what I do in my meditation, just briefly, so that you'll know. I'm watching my time. Usually I go for about half an hour on these. I think we're going to go over because I've got this big breakthrough to talk about. So just hang tight with me. Kind of checking my cue cards. Okay, so the book signing, the meditation. Ah, yes. So every morning I've created a little sacred space for my meditation, and believe it or not, it's in my closet. Now, I have a giant closet. My husband has a giant closet, and I have a giant closet. It just happens that where we live, in the apartments we live in, we have these enormous closets. I mean, they're huge. And so all of my clothes fit in there, and then some. And it's really handy. I already have a little step stool because I'm short. And I put a cushion on the little step stool, and it just puts me up about this high. And I put my hands together like this, and I've gotten a meditation timer on my phone. It's a phone app. I don't know if I got it for free or paid $2 for it, something like that. But look up meditation timer in your app store. And you get to pick a little peaceful background, and it does a timer, and it gives you a little chung, chung, it's just this great meditation timer that I love. So I've set it for a period of time where I do just breathing. I focus on that gap between breaths. I breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then hold the gap until I need to breathe again. And in that gap is where I find that my mind opens and my spirit opens. So I do that until the timer ding, and then I go into affirmations. And I do I am affirmations. I am rich, thin, and beautiful. I am, and then I do it is safe, and it is good, and it is easy for me to. So for example, let's say that you wanted to lose weight, and because that's such a good common one for everybody. You might want to say I am thinner, or you might want to say I am happy with my body. That's self-acceptance is big. Anyway, let's just say that you wanted to lose weight. So your affirmation is I am thinner. Then when you go into the it is good and safe and easy for me to be thinner. It is good and safe and easy for me to lose weight healthfully. It is good and safe and easy for me to be thinner. Okay, so you get that. So those are the affirmations that I work with. And then when the next timer goes off, I go into what I call freestyle. And in the freestyle meditation, I may do more breathing. I may do more affirmations. A lot of times I'll do shh, because I want to get my mind quieter. And so it's and you shh all the way through your breath. Oh, thank you. Yes, please remember, I love the heart loves and the heart loves and the thumbs up likes and the oh wows. Okay, so that's part of the meditation, is to do the shh, and I love to do that. Sometimes I just breathe. Sometimes I do gratitude in that third section. Sometimes I'll do gratitude. Sometimes it's only thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes it is I am grateful for, I am grateful for, I am grateful for. And when I say that, I'm grateful for healthy weight loss, okay, as an example. Thank you. Hi, Ellie. I'm so glad to see you. So glad you're here. We've been doing a lot of good stuff, and you'll want to go back and watch the recording later. And like I said, this is probably going to be longer than my usual 30 to 35 minutes. And I'm not going to apologize for that, because I've got some important stuff to share with you. Okay, here's where we're really, really getting into the big breakthrough, the meat, the reason you're here today. And what I've titled this, and it's going to be a blog post, it might be a book. It might be a book. How I went from broke and cursed to broke the curse. How I went from broke and cursed to broke the curse. I know, right? You know I love clever wordplay. So, okay, so back to the book. So this is the book that I've been reading, and I apologize it's backwards. You know, who's to blame? BeLive.tv. I'm giving them all kinds of plugs, but I'm really giving them a lot of shit. Okay, so here's the book, Love-Based Money and Mindset by Michelle P.W. Please look it up on Amazon and get it today. Michelle, her last name is too hard to pronounce and hard to spell last name, so she just goes by Michelle P.W. And it's Michelle with one L. Live TV, this is what happens when you're using your phone for the oy vey. Okay, Michelle P.W. She includes in this book a number of other gurus that she's learned from, and also that she knows will help some people. It's really great because she knows that each guru or teacher or person that you're going to learn from, whether they're a marketing expert or they're a self-improvement expert or whatever kind of expert they are going to develop their programs based on what works for them. And so this is really important, because as much as I love Michelle P.W. and her book and her program and her methods and every word that comes out of her mouth, you may not. And she addresses this in the book. And then she has brought in exercises and concepts from other teachers and gurus. It's great. So that you know, it's kind of a curated bunch of methods, which is terrific. One of the things she talks about is the core wound. All right, the core wound, and it's because of the core wound that one teacher's work might not work for you, or might work for you. I suspect that Michelle and I have a similar core wound, which is why everything she says resonates so beautifully with me. But I want to tell you what happened. It's because of reading this book. First, I read it all the way through. Now I'm on my second read through and really going slow, doing the journaling. As I was reading through the first time, I would stop and think and ponder, question and ponder, right? That was the card we had today, question and ponder. I would think about it and work on it, but I didn't do the written exercises. And you know how journaling is so powerful and writing things down is so powerful. And so, so now on the second time around, I'm writing the book. I'm writing the notes and stuff, and that's where the breakthrough came from. My massive breakthrough, how I went from broke and cursed to broke the curse. Okay, so I started, during the first read through, I started a daily practice, which is her recommendation. And I started doing the meditation, which is the main part of my daily practice is the meditation. And I do it in the morning before I get too much going in my head, and before I talk to people, and before I get on Facebook, which was a hard habit to break. Do you get up at first thing in the morning and pick up the phone and start looking at Facebook or the news or the weather or whatever? That was a very hard habit for me to break, but especially since my meditation timer is on my phone. But I make myself do it. I make myself not look at anything until I get my meditation done. Okay? So that's really, really important too. So then I'm working on the book, let's talk about this core wound, okay? And I apologize, I can't remember the teacher who teaches this, or he's a psychologist or a guru or whatever he is. It's a man, I know that. But the core wound is something that was developed in your childhood or youth that told you something that really wasn't true about you, such as, for example, this is an example she uses in the book. Let's say that one of your parents always told you were stupid. And so then that sinks in. And even though, like when you're a child, your parents are your survival. So they have to be right. As my father says, if my mother's wrong, I'm dead. So that's how it is when you're a kid, and that's how these core wounds come to be. So you have this core wound, and you might have several wounds, but there's the one core wound. And so when you grow up, then that manifests in various ways. For example, with your parent always told you were stupid, you were too stupid, you might get degree after degree after degree to show how smart you are. So you might fight it that way. Or it might manifest itself in ways like you think you're stupid and you make up stories to match that. Oh, well, I'm too stupid. I couldn't finish college because I'm too stupid. It can come out like that. And we create stories around this. And so by looking at powerful emotional events of your childhood, and by looking at the stories that you've created, you can find your core wound. So one of the stories that I had created was that I'm not any good at making money. Now, this wasn't always true for me. This wasn't always true. There were times when I did make money. But that time would come to an end for one reason or another. And, like I said last time, Carl Jung said, psychologist and philosopher Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life, and you will call it fate. That's very powerful. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life, and you will call it fate. So, here I have this fabulous business in 1999, 2000, everything's going great. All of a sudden, it drops off, and I don't know what to do. I'm no longer able to make money. So every time I would start to make money, I would start to get ahead and do well, boom, I'm just not any good at making money. And your subconscious is very powerful. Your subconscious doesn't want things to change. Your subconscious is there to keep you safe. So it controls the things that you do automatically, so you don't have to keep thinking about things. You got grooves in your brain, you know that, right? You've got grooves in your brain. Every time you think a thought, it makes a groove, and the groove gets deeper and deeper, and that same thought gets easier and easier to make. So I'm stupid becomes I'm stupid, I'm stupid, I'm stupid the rest of your life, okay? So during the first read through of the book, okay, I have to confess, I'm a little nervous about this because it is deeply personal. And I'm telling you because I hope it will be helpful to you, okay? Also because I'm very excited about it. And okay, things have been changing a lot just since I started the first read through of the book. And since I started the meditation, things have changed. Lots of new people have come into my path where I've been learning things, and Michelle is one of those. So I'm getting a lot of new information. Excuse me. One thing is that's when you meditate or when you do tapping exercises. I don't know if you know about tapping. We can talk about that some other time. But when you get energy moving, then it will cause things like, for example, I feel like I need to burp. It might make your tummy growl. It might make you yawn. You need to stretch. When you're meditating, this happens. It happens to me almost every single morning. As soon as I start the affirmations, I burp. I don't know why, but that's what happens. Okay, so I thought I had discovered my core wound during the first read-through of the book. I questioned and pondered it, and I thought, I believed that my core wound was that what I have to offer is not worth being paid for, that what I have to offer has no value. So my main gifts are writing, speaking and performing, and the psychic work. Those are my main gifts. And my core wound was around those gifts that it was only valuable to me. It was not valuable to anybody else, that I couldn't possibly sell it, right? Now, in the business I mentioned in 1999 where I did well, it was a very concrete kind of business. I was a consultant and project manager for offices, for corporate moves, for a big variety of things. It was all facilities management. I was very good at it. I really loved it, and I had lots of work at first. And so that work did not fall into those creative and spiritual gifts that I have, the writing, speaking, performing, and psychic work, right? It didn't fall into that. These things are the areas that didn't have the value to be paid for, right? Okay, so that was what I thought was my core wound. Well, on Friday, as I was going through the book the second time, I'm going through it, I'm still on it. I mean, I'm barely into it. Writing, doing my exercises, journaling, and writing these things down and asking the questions and doing Byron Katie's The Work and all this, and it hit me, and it hit me so hard. It hit me so hard. I mean, I started laughing, and then I started crying, and that was the deeper part of that core wound. The deeper part of the core wound was, I am nothing without money. And it overwhelmed me that I have this wound. I am nothing without money. Oh my God. Now that may not be your core wound. I'm sure it's not your core wound. But this was mine. This was me. This is my heart and soul. So I'm not able to make any money using my very special, divine, God-ordained gifts, writing, speaking, performing, and psychicking. I can't be paid for those. They're not valuable. And yet I am nothing without money. I'm telling you, it blew me away. And I don't have all the answers yet. But to uncover that was so powerful. And now I know I can fix it. You know, Michelle talks in the book about integrating fear-based emotions and bad feelings. And one of the things that's happened since I started meditating, and actually, okay, let me back up and tell you something that happened right before I found this book. My husband and I were talking about a situation that had come up in which I was very uncomfortable, and I reacted with great anxiety and discomfort and unhappiness. I mean, you know, we're talking about crying in the fetal position, or as my father says, crying and sucking my thumb. I didn't actually, but that's just an expression that my father and I use when we're talking about being really distraught. And so, you know, I was talking to my husband about this and saying, I want to go to therapy and learn some tools to deal with situations that come up, big changes or uncomfortable things that tend to set me off or put me in a tailspin, so that I don't get set off or put in a tailspin. I want to find out how to do that. I want to learn that. And then the book shows up. I mean, within 2 days, Michelle's book crossed my path. So now I've got Love-Based Money and Mindset. And thank you, Allie. God bless you. You could see how powerful it was, right? I mean, that's why you're saying so much love for you, because I'm just like, it is emotional. It's hugely emotional. It was this huge breakthrough, you know, which is why I'm talking about it. So anyway, so I put out to the universe, boy, I'd really like to learn to deal with anxiety-provoking situations so that I don't feel anxious. In doing the daily meditation, which Allie, you probably already do, you probably already do a daily meditation. I know you do. I think you do yoga regularly. And so you may know how this feels when you're dealing with an anxiety-provoking situation. And what happens is, I'll give you a great example. Got it, Allie. Thank you. A great example is the other day I got pulled over by a police officer. I got pulled over because I had a headlight burned out, and I didn't even know it. And it was during the time when my mom was in the hospital last week, and I was staying at her house while she was in the hospital. And so I pulled off, I pulled over for the cop. And of course, my mom's in the hospital. I've been driving back and forth from Clear Lake to Conroe for days, and I'm spending the night not in my own bed. So this is an uncomfortable situation. You get pulled over by a cop. You don't know why. I knew I wasn't speeding. I knew I didn't forget to turn on my blinker. I knew I didn't run a red light. So I just, all of a sudden, I didn't react. I mean, I pulled over and I thought, I wonder why he's pulling me over. It was just like, I didn't get upset. I didn't get uptight. I didn't feel that panic and anxiety rise. Okay, there you go. And now what I do when I do feel a fear-based emotion, when something comes up, and I usually feel anxiety and fear right across here, but you may feel it in your stomach, you may feel it in your neck, your shoulders, you may feel it anywhere. And I breathe into that and I say hello to the emotion. Hello, anxiety and fear. Thank you for checking in. I see you. I feel you. I'm going to breathe. And when I take the third breath and release it, you'll be gone. Thank you again for checking in. And that's the exercise that I do if I need it. When I got pulled over by the cop, I didn't even need it. I went ahead and breathed after he left. It was just a burned out headlight. But I did go ahead and breathe after he left. Okay. You know what? We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to draw an oracle card for you. And this is the Good News Only deck. Every single card is good news for you every single time. Okay, and this is for you in the next day or two, and for me. So this is my Good News Only deck, which is available on my website, mojomedium.com. Okay. I know I had to step away from all that emotional stuff for a minute. Okay, interesting. The card is a stitch in time. I know it's backwards, so I'm telling you, it's a stitch in time. And I really wish Facebook or iPhone or somebody would fix that. Yeah, anyway. If BeLive TV worked, I could use that instead. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so you've got a stitch in time. So let's see what this means. A stitch in time, of course, you know the saying, a stitch in time saves 9, right? Ben Franklin. It means that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, that sort of thing. So what this means, the good news for you is that in the next few days, something you have done to prevent greater difficulty will come to fruition. So something you've already done is your stitch in time. And today or tomorrow or the next day, you're going to say, ooh, thank goodness I did XYZ the other day, because that saved me. You're going to see that. So that's your good news for today. Okay. How I went from broke and cursed to broke the curse. Now you know. Like I said, I don't have all the answers yet, but that's my breakthrough. And so I've added to my affirmations. Not only do I affirm I am valuable, my gifts have value, my gifts are worth money, but I've also added, with or without money, I am something really special. With or without money, I am something really special. With or without money, I am plenty. And so I'm working on how to make money and have more money and spend more money and share more money and pay more money back and all of that. But now I know that that core wound is something that I can overcome. I can thank it, and that's a big thing. When you can thank the core wound for what it's taught you and brought you and allowed you to share with others and allowed you to be of service to others, that's when you've conquered it. That's when you've got it. So, like I said, I know that I'm not finished. And as you know, I'm sure you know, hi Sue from Australia. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. You're going to want to go back and watch the whole thing because, yeah, Allie can tell you this was a huge revelation. And, you know, it's a little tricky. Okay. I have an assignment for you, and then we're going to wrap up. It's 11:41. Excuse me. What do you think You know how I said it can make you burp or make your tummy gurgle or make you need to stretch or yawn? It can also make you have to clear your throat or cough. Spirit's way of telling me it's time to shut up. You've done it. You've told them. Let them mull it out over, let them chew on it. Okay. So I have an assignment for you. I would like for you to comment below what you would like to see on my Facebook page. That is facebook.com/Psychic Susan K, which is where this video is posted and broadcast. What would you like to see on my page? Do you want to see announcements of what I'm doing? Oh, in fact, I have an announcement for you besides the comments, the comment assignment. I have an announcement. I have added, I have 2 announcements. Sorry. Again, I thought I was going to be on BeLive.tv, so I was going to be forward, and instead it's backwards, and I can't even turn it around because I wrote on the back of it already. Flash, flash, it's hard to see. Flash. There is a flash sale going on right now at mojomedium.com. 30-minute readings are only $88. So that is only going on for another, from the time of this recording, another 24 hours or so. So run on over there and take advantage of the flash sale for $88. And Sue in Australia, I want you to know that I do Skype with my international clients, and I can give you a reading even though we are halfway around the world from each other. And we're having a beautiful spring here, by the way. I hope you're having a beautiful fall. And as I have said, this is my personal spring. You know, I may even put that, you know, on the heading on my Facebook page. I'm having this renaissance because of this book, and because of other teachers as well. And I don't want to forget those teachers. Reverend Ann Proswell, I took a tapping course from her last August, and that opened some things up. One of the things that opened up was getting to learn publicity from Jackie Kotei, K-O-T-E-I, Jackie Kotei. She's an amazing publicity guru. She does so much, and she's done a lot for me about publicity. And, and I've come across Molly Mahoney, the Prepared Performer. Molly Mahoney, the Prepared Performer. Now, she does some pretty amazing Facebook Lives, and she teaches entrepreneurs how to do great Facebook Lives. So I've learned a lot from her, although, you know, I'm not sure I want her critique on this, but I do feel like I'm making it my own, right? And that's what it's about. Okay, so your assignment, so my announcement is the flash sale, $88 30-minute readings. And I have another announcement. I have a brand new page on the website. If you go to mojomedium.com, there's a menu at the top, and it says Psychic Readings and Services. Roll over that, and it'll drop down a menu, and it'll say, you'll see where it says Weddings, Crimes and Missing Persons, and Medical Intuition. And go see that page. Go check it out, because it's got those 3 things on one page. And those are sort of some add-on services that I do. I do want to help find missing persons. I do want to help solve crimes. And I've done a little bit of that, and I really, really like it and feel like that's one of the best uses of my psychic gifts. If I can serve in that way, I would be so thrilled. So help me to do that. The medical intuition is explained on that page, and that's something that where I work with you on improving your health or recovering from illness and injury. So that's cool. And of course, weddings. Weddings, everybody loves it. Oh, a wedding. I love weddings. Drinks all around. All right. So that's my other big announcement. Now, back to your assignment. Please comment below what you want to see on the Mojo Show and what you want to see on my Facebook page, okay, on my professional page. What is it that you can get from me that you really want to see, hear, do, read, comment on? What is it that you want to do? How do you want to participate? If I did a closed group page, what would you want to contribute to that page? You know, how would you like to, what would you like to learn about? What do you want to know about when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to psychology? I'm not a psychologist, but I play one on live TV. What do you want to know? How can I help you? How can I help you? That's your assignment. So please comment that below. And remember, thumbs up, heart loves, thumbs up likes, and ooh, wow. You can even do a funny face if you want to, if you think I'm funny. Which sometimes I am, although I don't think I was very funny today. I didn't have any jokes for you. All right, I'm going to wrap up, and I want to say thank you so much. Sue, I understand. Maybe it's time for you to take advantage of that $88 sale, flash sale, and we should do a reading so we can talk about your daughter. That would be great. Okay. Everybody else, hit mojomedium.com. And until next time, this is Susan K. Morrow, your Mojo Medium. Y'all be good.